nice and close there. And now we're going to take, let's take this guy. He's dry. Let's put him on here. Press him down. Pull him up. And if I didn't take enough off with that little piece of paper towel, tapped in. Oh, I love that. So we have our little moon, and let's put some moon shadows on now. We have our brush. We don't want to go back in the water with it. Don't go back in the water. I'm going to just put a nice little, just sort of let it skim that surface. Just so lightly. Let's put some, just little light. We were at a castle in Scotland once, Hales Castle. There was a blue moon out. The whole castle was just bathed in this beautiful blue moonlight. It was absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to do the same over here. I'm going to leave some white spots too. I don't want to have a hard line. But see, our brush is almost dry now. The brush is almost dry. That's what we want. So lightly across there. I love that. I love how that's looking. I hope you're loving it too. Okay. This, I'm going to leave the blue. That's it. But I got to show you this white. So for that, I'm going to rinse out what might be left of our blue. Rinse it. Wipe it. And looky, there's still a lot. Still a lot of blue left on here. Rinse. Get that clean. These watercolors are very pigmented. So you have, I like to clean it and push it right down by here. You'll get a lot of paint that gathers in there that will surprise you, especially if you're going into white. Now, we don't care if our white has some of that blue tint to it. We kind of sort of want that. But remember, I'm not using my dirty water for this. Just a clean little spray here of clear water. And I like to do this because I can never dip my brush into here. Okay, so we're going to mix this up. Pull it, feel how it's feeling. Look at it. Examine it, make sure it's at your consistency. And this is actually the cap from that spray bottle. I like to push it down and let it roll. You want it to roll like water. You don't want it to be clumpy like paint. So now let's come in and let's start with our moon. I want to be so careful here and just really give a nice 3D feel to this by putting some white on top of that. I don't want to touch the black. If I do, we will have a black and blue moon. We don't want that. And that's all of that I'm going to get. But now down here for the snow, I want to take, and I just want to sweep some across. And look how that, it gives you this color, but it's not pure white. And going over that blue, we get a really, just a beautiful, beautiful look to that. That is gorgeous. The watercolor staying in the background, that pretty blue. I don't have this taped down, so we are getting a bit of a curl. I'll set it under a flat book, a heavy book, flat, to flatten it out. Heavy book on top. I like to use the Pie and Pastry Bible. there. I have lots of paintings sitting under there. Okay, so when I get this to where I like it for my blue, and I wanna let, oh, that's nice. Look at there you go. Can you see that? Let me zoom in for you. Look right underneath this tree. Watch what happens. When I touch that, my charcoal becomes paint. So back here by my horizon, I can put some of that. And then down here, this is where you're gonna really be able to see it. Watch. This charcoal, watch what happens. When I mix it with paint, the charcoal becomes a part of my paint, and it'll do this on acrylic or watercolor. I love it. Now I have this nice black charcoal here. I'm gonna come down here and just put a couple little feels again. Give it some, don't want it to be such straight lines. Give it a little bit of a curve. The path might be going up that way. Pool smudge, dab, dab. And you can dab on this too. You want to take some color off. Until we spray it and seal it, it's flexible. Okay, I love how that's looking. Make that widen out up there a little bit too. And it helps with perspective. So now down here, this side of it, I have this. I'm happy with that horizon. This horizon, I just want to go back but leave that nice. See how we have the one spot back there that's totally white. We could come back in here. We could put a faraway hill just by using the white. Far, far away. There's a hill back there. We'll make it continue on this side. Maybe it goes up a little higher on this side. Put some little pieces here, little pieces there. And I like it. Tell me what you think. Do you have any questions on how I did anything? Do you want to see how to make charcoal? We will show you. And there you have it. Charcoal and watercolor winter painting.